There's just a whole number of reasons, both proactive and reactive, why enterprises should adopt track and trace technology. One of the, I guess I would say one of the more reactive reasons is that there are increasing regulatory demands for traceability information, especially in the food and pharmaceutical industries. Just taking a look at it from the food viewpoint, you've got the Food Safety Modernization Act, formerly H.R. 2751. It's been law for a few years, since 11. And really what we're talking about there is establishing a product tracing system for all food sold in the U.S., whether produced here or overseas. It really shifts the focus of the FDA to preventing contamination in the food supply rather than just to responding to it once it occurs. So it really requires one step forward, one step back, traceability, as it's said, throughout the industry. So you're really going in the direction of sort of the farm-to-fork traceability capabilities inside organizations. Also, you have Drug Quality and Security Act, H.R. 3204, just became law last November. It really gives the authority to develop a national track and trace system, replaces state-level traceability regulations. What this is going to do is really increase scrutiny on pharmaceutical manufacturers and others in the supply chain, and companies obviously will be able to be heavily fined if they're unable to quickly provide traceability information requested by the authorities. The law will be implemented in phases, so beginning in January of 2015, just a year from now, pharmaceutical manufacturers will be required to send and receive transaction history, transaction information, and transaction statements, and begin direct purchase pedigrees. And by 2023, less than 10 years, the government will require unit-level traceability for pharmaceutical drugs. So as you look at that, what we're talking about is there's going to be the need to not just be reactive within your organizations. What we believe is that the launch right now and the release of the track and trace module is perfect timing for those of you in the industry who are going to be required to comply with these regulations, required with the details of the Drug Quality and Security Act and Food Safety Modernization Act, and get ahead of the game now so that you have systems that are capable of doing that without exorbitant costs prone to a lot of error. So, Tom, I know you, in developing this, have talked to a lot of manufacturers who are motivated to look at track and trace because of regulatory compliance. We took the time to talk about this a little bit on the webinar because of feedback that some aren't really fully aware of this. How many are really aware of these new requirements, and where does there need to be a little more awareness shared?
Yeah, many of the companies I've talked to are aware of it, and that's why we're talking. They came to see what solutions we have. And many others are for other reasons besides these new laws and such that are coming out, compliance with them. But I think there's a large number who are not aware and are still coping with their existing procedures.
Sure.
On being able to deal with this.
If you want to try Ignition, if you want to get deeper into looking at the track and trace, we're going to be scheduling demos to be able to do that for you so you can have your own chance with Tom and his team and the sales team here. Next step really is, if you're interested, is just download Ignition. Go to inductiveautomation.com, get a full version for free, install, build your own system, look at it as much as you want before you even decide to buy it.